I'm Josh, and this is Chelsea, and this is Adventuring with J&C. So we're here up at the Minor Brewing Company in Hill City, South Dakota. It's attached with the Prairie Winery, where we just did a complimentary wine tasting. Now we're gonna do a flight of the beer from the Minor Brewing Company, and we're gonna taste that and see how they did.
It's really bright in here, like really bright.
It is very bright in here. We're facing the sun. We got an igloo. So the first one up is going to be the strawberry caramel apple cider.
It smells really good. Yep.
That is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's got I don't know how I'd explain it. It's got a
I feel like
cereal
it's more,
taste,
but it's more strawberry than caramely.
Yeah, a little more strawberry than caramel, but it kind of has like a grain taste, like if you were to eat like one of those Nature Valley oat bars. I can say whatever I want.
Alright, next we're gonna do the mango cream ale. Ooh.
Oh, that is very tasty.
Very.
And next up is going to be the Belgian Blonde. Oh, that's pretty good too.
Well, there's really one that we haven't tried one that I don't like yet though.
Yeah, these are all pretty good.
Even the wines were really good.
Yeah. It's a flight of 6 beers, just so everybody knows. Next up is the Cold Cream Ale.
Ooh. It's a good thing we don't live here.
Well, that one's pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. It's got it's a cream ale, so it's gonna be a little creamy, but it's got a good cream to it.
Does that say East River?
That is East River. This is a hazy IPA.
Mm. Yeah, of course I let you pick, and this is what I end up with.
Yeah, well, she doesn't like IPAs, but I do.
Yeah. It's what makes you push on pull doors.
Yeah, it's got a good IPA taste or smell to it. That one's not too bad either. It's not as bitter as some of the other IPAs I've had.
As far as IPAs, I mean, it's not bad. It's just I don't like IPAs.
The last one is going to be the Flannel Hoppy. I believe this one was a red ale. Might need to open up that vent.
I know, it's warm in here.
These igloos have heaters and a fan, and they're all clear, and right now the sun's just beating down in here. It's quite warm. That one's not too bad.
It's not. I mean, really, you liked all of them probably. I didn't mind the IPA, but it wasn't my favorite. I really like these first two, though.
Well, that sounds about like Josh isn't going to get any strawberry caramel apple cider or any more of the mango cream ale.
You got the
I got an IPA, though, so I'll be all right. So that's just a little bit of the beers that they had on tap. There's something like 14 taps in there.
Yeah, and they change quite often, I think, seasonally, too.
So.
Over at Prairie Berry, though, we did a complimentary tasting, and Josh got different ones than I did. Really, there wasn't a bad wine that we tried there. We're more of, well, I am more of a sweet wine drinker, and so I tried a lot of the sweet ones. Josh likes the sweet ones, but he also tried a blend, and the blend wasn't bad.
Yeah, I tried the red blend Anapasia, which is one of the more traditional wines that the family over there does. It's an oak-aged, medium-bodied, dry red wine made from Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot grapes. And really on the dryness scale, it wasn't super dry. It was actually very, very tasty. So.
What else did you try?
I also tried the South Dakota honey wine. That's a semi-sweet wine made from South Dakota honey. They told us that they source their honey from around the Sturgis area, and it's kind of an alfalfa honey. So when you smell the wine, it actually has a more grassy, earthy smell to it. I did the Wild Bill, which is a semi-sweet wine made from Edelweiss grapes, and it was they on their label they say it's a white table wine. It wasn't too sweet. It was actually really tasty. I also had a Gold Digger, which is a semi-sweet wine made from pear. That was very well done, I thought. And then my final wine, well, not my final wine, I actually got another complimentary taste of, I had Calamity Jane, and that's a sweet wine made from Concord grapes. And I tell you what, that's like going to the store and grabbing a bottle of grape juice off the shelf and drinking it. My other tasting that I got complimentary on the complimentary wine tasting was Three Rednecks, which is an oak-aged medium body dry red wine made from Cabernet Sauvignon grapes. And our server was James, and he did a great job of explaining some of these to us when we were tasting them. He said that that's actually one of their drier of the dry wines, and it wasn't the driest wine that I've ever had. So overall, it was very good.
So they have like a lighten up, where it's like low calorie, low sugar, low alcohol. And so I tried the peach and the mango flavors of both of the, or in that. And they weren't bad. I mean,
no,
they weren't overly sugary, which some of those can be, and they had good flavor to them. I did the cranberry, which is a semi-sweet wine made from cranberries, obviously, and then I did Rosy Ass Rhubarb, which is a semi-sweet wine made with rhubarb and strawberries. And then I did Blue Suede Shoes, which is a semi-sweet wine made with blackberries and Merlot grapes. So it was more of a dry wine in my opinion, but it had that blueberry flavor. What one was your favorite, do you think?
My favorite wine?
Yeah.
That you tried or I tried?
Out of all of them.
Out of all of them?
Oh, we also got a complimentary cranberry mulled wine, which is hot, so they sell their mulled spices, and then you get the bottle of cranberry and you heat it up with those mulled spices and brown sugar. I think that one was my favorite, if I'm not gonna lie.
Well, if I had to pick one out of all of them, the mulled wine definitely was the best out of them all. But if I was to pick something other than the mulled wine, I would say that my favorite probably would have been, it would have been a tie between the Gold Digger and the Wild Bill. Both of them were very, very well done. The pear flavor on the Gold Digger wasn't overpowering. It was just a nice overall wine. I think it wasn't too sweet. So,
what's your favorite beer?
Oh, that's a toss-up. I'd have to say that my favorite beer out of this flight of 6 that we've done would be all of them. I can't pick one.
Why not?
Because they're all really good.
They are all really good. To be honest with you, that strawberry caramel apple cider was what drew me in. That and the mango cream ale have both been my favorite, and I'm not a huge cream ale person, but that mango one is really good.
I like a good cream ale.
We did ask the bartender here at Miners what his favorite were, and his favorite is the Belgian Blonde and the cold cream, he said.
Yeah. Overall, though, if I had to pick one out of the 6, it would be hard to pick one, but I would say it'd be a toss-up between the cold cream and the mango cream ale. And for somebody that doesn't like IPAs or cream ales, for her to say everything was good is quite the statement there. So,
I mean, the East River wasn't bad, but I'm not an IPA girl.
Yeah. And for those of you that might be wondering, in South Dakota, they split the state up between East River and West River. So the Missouri River kind of cuts the state in two. So the East River IPA, a lot of their stuff comes from the east side of the state as far as the ingredients go. So, or at least that's my understanding anyway. But so up here in South Dakota, everything's kind of split East River, West River. So if you're ever in the Black Hills or on the west side of the state, you're on the West River side of everything. So yeah, I mean, if you guys are ever up this way, definitely look up Prairie Winery and Minor Brewing Company here in Hill City. The owner of Prairie also owns the Minor Brewing Company, and they're in the 5th generation of winemaking. They've been making wine up here since 1876 in the Black Hills of South Dakota. Same family, so definitely check them out if you're ever up this way, and enjoy, but always enjoy responsibly. So what you're seeing now is the building where Minor Brewing Company is housed. Then you walk up this little walkway here, and you have these clear plastic igloos that they set up. Typically more in the winter time is when they have these here. Here's the igloo that we had. We'll just kind of give you a quick tour of the igloo. These seat up to 6, no more, well, you can have less, but no more than 6. So you just have these plastic igloos that are clear, so you get a view of the beautiful Black Hills surrounding you.
With the snow and at night, this would be really pretty.
It would be. And as you can see, they do have some heaters and fans. We have the vents open and the door open. Just because it's a little warm in here with the sun beating down. And if you take a look up there on the hill, you can see that is where the winery is. So Prairie Winery and Minor Brewing Company. If you're up here in the Black Hills, come and visit them.